Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please do so now. If you're watching it on another platform, thank you. The home is YouTube. So come on back home. You can share this out on Facebook as well as YouTube for someone who needs it. If it blesses you, please bless somebody else. All right. So February is the month of love. Valentine's Day is February 14th. And I decided to do a series this month. I'll probably do 4 episodes. If you want more, then let me know. But it's all about love and healing. I'm Kendéll Lenice, the Remix Coach, your favorite life coach, coming at you with the real. Gotta be honest with you, gotta be real with you as a healing coach as well. In my new book, Your Unhealed is Showing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly. I'm into healing. Healing is my jam. And I motivate and teach others how to emotionally heal from the wounds that they have, that they know about, and sometimes the unhealed spaces that they have no clue about. And the biggest way to see where you need to heal is in a relationship, because a relationship or being in love or having a significant other allows you to see some parts of you that need to be healed. And it's about, and you don't have trigger moments unless there's something that's in there that's allowing it to trigger. There's something deep rooted, whether it's rejection, whether it's abandonment, whether it's feeling unloved or unworthy, whether it's mother issues or father issues, whatever it is. It could be trauma, childhood trauma. It could be something that has happened to you. It could be a face of a person that may look like someone else if you're in a relationship with, or it could be a, it's so interesting. I remember one time, and I talk about this in my book, I remember an ex told me he didn't deal with light-skinned women, and he only liked brown or dark-skinned Black women. And if it's his preference, okay. But then we were end up being together, and then I learned more and more and more. And his mom was light skinned, and his mom had hurt him very, very deeply with a lot of different things. And I'm like, okay, that's an unhealed space. It's not that you don't like light skinned women, you're afraid that they may hurt you because your mom hurt you or abandoned or rejected or whatever you dealt with. But love is so important. Everybody's going to be talking about love this month. Who is your Valentine? What is going on with love? Love is, in the air in the month of February. It's Black History Month, so it's Black love. Like, it's regular love, it's old fashioned love, it's new love. Everybody is talking about love this month, the month of love, February. And now it's leap year, so we have an extra an extra day of love. So why is love so important, guys? Why is it important? So if you're listening live or watching live or the playback, make sure you support the show if you feel compelled to. And I'm just learning all of this, so it's right here. So Facebook, there's a shooting star that you could support the show with. And on YouTube, once it's uploaded, there will be a heart that says thank you. So please support the show. I think it's like 99 cents or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure that part out. All right. So love is an essential aspect of a human life and has significant impact on our physical, mental, and emotional health. We're talking about love. So why is it so important? Because it motivates a lot of us to get up in the morning, to live. And we're going to talk about God's love. We're definitely going to talk about that being the center of love. And self-love is extremely important to be able to recognize love from somewhere else. So we're going to talk about all of that, and it ain't even going to be long. We're going to talk about it all. Let me just make sure we are streaming, and then we're going to get right into it. All right. So it is a universal emotion that connects us to others and helps us build meaningful relationships. That's what love can do. Why do we need to love a person? Loving someone does more than just make them feel good. Love really has some excellent physical and mental benefits. For example, your brain produces dopamine, which is a mood intensifier that will make you feel happier. It also produces oxytocin, which is a bonding hormone. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that oxytocin is a bonding hormone? So it's something that we need, it's something that we love, it's something that we want to have when it comes to love, when it comes to romance, when it comes to physical touch, when it comes to all of that. Love is so very important to all of us. Everybody want to be somebody's baby. Everybody wants to feel the romantic love. Everybody wants to hear the words, I love you. Everybody wants to be looked at in love. That's the nature of people and the way that we were built. And a lot of people get hurt by love and say, I don't rock with love no more. I don't want love anymore. And that's the healing that needs to happen. That's that trigger piece. That's that rooted spot of hurt where you don't want love. It's not even normal or natural to not want love. It's not. We're not made like that. God didn't make us to not love. But so many people have been burned by romantic love, they don't have time for it. But I know for a fact that when you begin to heal and feel what you're feeling and acknowledge what's going on with you, then you will be open at least to consider love. And you can continue doing that as you're healing. And it's important to do that because people say, and I used to say it, you can't get into a relationship until you've healed. Nobody is going to completely heal. People are always going to be in the healing process. So you can learn and acknowledge and work on something and then fix that part. And then there might be something else that you being in a relationship will show you, because you may not even know that you need to heal in a certain space until you have a mirror looking back at you. That's why it's so important to do your self work and understand how you work, right? Understand how you operate and understand some of the trials and traumas that you've been through. Everybody, no matter how big, how small, big or small, they have had trauma, pain, hurt in some capacity. Some people understand how to heal that and how to acknowledge that. They're self-aware and you can get it together just like that. Some people are oblivious. They have no clue they need to heal, and they got to keep bumping their head up against the wall, get stuck on stupid a few times, trip and fall over their own feet to understand maybe this ain't working. I need to heal. What's going on? And that's how you really have to talk to God and have to talk to yourself, because you want to get into a healthy love. You want to get into a space of love where you're bringing your best self. And sometimes you're not aware that you're not bringing your best self because you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes relationships or have a way of allowing you to see certain things, right? And it's important to be able to acknowledge and own that. And some people need to be healed because they're hurt, they're wounded, they've experienced loss, they're dealing with grief, they're experiencing lack of family support. They're feeling lack of friendships. So you are in a place, in a space where it may be difficult to love, let alone love somebody else. You got to work on loving God and loving yourself. And then you could, so you don't necessarily have to be 100% healed before you into a relationship, but you got to be 100% self-aware, and you have to communicate 100%. And then you also have to have a conversation with yourself in order to grow and build the love that you should have for yourself. So you can't be in a relationship if you don't love yourself. You can be in there if you're in the process of healing, because everybody is going to be in a constant carousel of healing. That's just what it is. You may not realize childhood trauma affects you until you get into a job, and somebody at your job might look like somebody who hurt you when you were younger. And that's something, a switch that might come on that you never even knew existed. So that's what I mean, that you may not ever be completely healed, but oh boy, you can be better and more aware than you were the day before. But what you can't do is enter a relationship if you're not working on yourself and you're not at a healthy state with self-love. That's not going to work, because you have to be strong in loving yourself and strong in who you are, so you can offer the best version of you, not to a relationship first, but to yourself and to God, and then to someone else. So you got to be able to do that. Many people enter or in unhealthy relationships and they're not even aware of it, because they've seen the functionality of relationships play out unhealthily in their households, in their friends and families' household, watching reality TV, or seeing that aunt and uncle that might have been married 50 years, but they fight and argue all the time. It's very dysfunctional, but it works for them, and it's managed to last them 50 years. And you might think, oh, that's just how it is. My aunt and uncle been married 50 years. No, you can be in an unhealthy relationship for 50 years and not even understand and recognize that it's unhealthy, because the longer something becomes unhealthy, the more it looks healthy and normal to the people in it, right? So everything that's healthy grows. So if your relationship is standstill, I'm going to keep it all the way a buck. If your sex life hasn't grown, it's unhealthy. If your communication hasn't grown, it's unhealthy. If the way that you interact with one another is chaotic, it's not healthy. Excuse me. If you're arguing, fussing, fighting, it's not healthy. Okay. I'm like, well, what happened? If so, you have to think about that, right? And you have to wait, pause that. Let me check something one moment. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. But it is not healthy. So you have to understand that everything that's healthy grows. And if it's not growing, then 9 times out of 10, you're in an unhealthy relationship. Now, can you get back to a healthy place, or can you get to a healthy place, period? Yes, you can. but both parties would have to be able to do that together. And a lot of times, somebody might be enlightened, or somebody might be ready, or somebody might be more self aware than the next person. And that lies a problem. So I'm looking at my notes here. I'm trying to keep this short. Let me see something. And the beautiful thing about healthy love and understanding who you are is knowing that love is good for the soul, but you need a healthy soul. You need to work on mind, body, and spirit when it comes to love. And some people like, you know what? It is what it is. This is how I am. If they got to take it or leave it, because I love myself, right? And you can love yourself, but you want to love yourself from the core. Don't just say it because it's cute. You got to really be able to understand and love yourself in a way where you can check yourself, right? You can acknowledge and be self-aware and take responsibility for you. And then you can offer these things to someone else. So first, you are the trial person. You are the test dummy. And I ain't calling you dumb, but you are that person. So you have to be able to look at yourself when it comes to healing and when it comes to love and say, okay, why do I respond like this here? Why do I feel insecure here? Why do I feel threatened here? Why am I not emotionally available there? Why am I not able to commit here? Right? Because if you can't even make a commitment to yourself, or you break every commitment that you make to yourself, then how are you going to enter a relationship, and how are you going to have that love and romantic love if you can't even keep a commitment to yourself? You can't even love yourself in a way where you're maybe taking yourself out to eat, or treating yourself special, or telling yourself, looking in the mirror with all the flaws and everything, and say, you know what? I love you. And you've been through a lot, and doggone it, I'm proud of you. Like, if you can't even have these conversations with yourself, if you can't look at yourself and be like, you know what? We all we got. And we're going to make the best of it. So if you can't have these loving conversations to yourself, how are you going to enter a relationship and be able to give commitment, give love, give accolades and acknowledgement, apologizing, right? Or accepting someone for who they are? If you can't accept yourself for who you are, and if you can't apologize to yourself, and you can't treat yourself good, you can't even take yourself out to eat. You can't take yourself out to a concert or dancing or to a movie, but you got your hand up wanting everybody to do that for you. You got to start it with you. And a lot of times, some of that gook needs to be healed. Well, I don't want to take myself out. I've heard people say things like, I don't want to take myself out to eat by myself because I'm going to look like a loser. I'm going to look like I can't get nobody. Who going to look at you like that? Because ain't nobody going to look at you like that. That's something that you need to work out on the inside. Why do you think you feel like a loser? Why do you feel like you can't get anyone? Is it because of rejection? Is it because of past hurt? What is it? And you got to really look at things like that in order to have that. Now, there are many people who are in relationships that are healthy enough for them. And some people are in relationships that they don't even know they're unhealthy. Go out to eat one day and look at a couple in a restaurant. You can tell couples that have been together for a long time, and you can tell couples who are just out for a first date. Because typically, out for a first date, now you got some that both people are on their phones the whole time and you can't tell what's what. But usually, when a couple is out on a first date, you're trying to get to know the person. You're having great conversation or not. That's how you can tell if they're going to have a second date. But you're attentive. Then you get with somebody who was married 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, right? They are both on their phones. They're not really talking. They just eating their food so they can get up and go do whatever they got to do later. There's no kind of communication. Now, sometimes a healthy relationship can become unhealthy, right? And need some healing along the way when people stop talking. That is a sign when people, and I'm not talking about the sweet, quiet moments when the silence can fill the air and it feels like love and beauty. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the awkward silence, right? Where you ain't got nothing to say to her, she ain't got nothing to say to you, and y'all just sitting there. That could be within a relationship where some things need to heal. Somebody could be holding a grudge. Somebody could have an attitude because somebody didn't wash the dishes last night. Somebody could have the attitude because the trash wasn't taken out. Somebody can have an attitude because the grass wasn't cut or because the bill wasn't paid. Whatever it was, some people could have an attitude and you can see it. And that's why communication is so very important. It's a great part of healing. But love and healing is synonymous at many times and occasions. Somebody could have been in a relationship where there was infidelity or cheating involved, and the person might have said that they forgive the person, but yet you can see by how they act or how they yell at each other or talk to each other with lack of respect that there's still something going on there. He or she was not forgiven, and there's healing that needs to happen, or the relationship is not going to progress past the transgression. So when we talk about love this month in February, we have to first talk about loving ourselves. And it's so important to do that and then have the connection with others. And when you have that connection with others after you love yourself, it's so much sweeter. It's so much better. And both of you love God and you know the love that comes from Him radiates with both of you. So much better. Do we really need love? Beyond collective survival, love also enhances our individual survival rate. It is, in fact, one of the most important factors in our mental and physical health. We need love. If you're out there saying, I don't need love, I ain't got time for love, then there's something unhealed in you that needs to be addressed. Because everybody want to be somebody's baby. Everybody wants to be looked after, loved, and cared for. I know I do. I'm sure you do too. That's what love can bring. Healthy love. I'm going to keep saying that. The need for love and belonging is thought to be a fundamental human motivation. What type of love is needed? What type of love do you think is needed? We know the love of God, the love of ourselves, and to be able to project it in a healthy way. Love is a catalyst for change, development, and achievement. You get that healthy love, you're going to think that you can leap buildings from a single bound. You're going to think you Superman or woman. You're going to be so motivated to go after whatever you're going after because you feel that love is like a battery in your back, right? That unhealthy love is going to make you feel like you ain't nothing and you can't do nothing and you would never do nothing. So the right love is important. The right partnership is important. It is a catalyst for change, development, and achievement. Love is seeing each one more beautiful than the next. Real love ensures kindness, caring, understanding, and removes jealous and controlling behaviors. Love is very important. The feelings of love and affection carry with numerous health benefits. Love will lower your blood pressure. It will stabilize your mood. And so much more. The mental and emotional and social advantages of receiving love and affections speaks for themselves. When you are in love and you have a healthy love, your health will get better. mental and physical. It is a proven fact. But we want to make sure that when you enter love in whatever season, you want to make sure it's healthy, and you want to make sure that you're working on yourself, and you have worked on yourself, and you are in the healing process. And communication is important even with yourself. People say one of the linchpins of love and relationships is communication. And I agree. But you have to be able to communicate with yourself. What are your feelings? What are your needs? What does love look like to you? You got to have these conversations with you, because if somebody asks you, well, what does love look like to you? If you don't know, think about it. You got to know it yourself. Someone said, well, what are your needs? I don't know. Think about it. So it all starts with you. And God, you were born in love. No matter how you got here, no matter what you've been through, you were born in love. If you made it to this planet, that was born in love. Do you know how many people did not make it? How many people try to have children, they do not make it? And if you have gone through everything that you've gone through in life from the time you were little and you're still here, you are loved. So know that you are worthy and you are loved. You are worthy of God's love. You are worthy of loving yourself no matter what has happened in your life. God refreshes you every day. It's brand new. So then you can offer that love to someone else. And if you're offering that to someone else and you don't have it, it's going to deplete everything that you have, and it's going to take you 10 steps back, because you have to heal the spaces and places in order to be able to love freely. All right, this is episode 1 of the Love and Healing series. I hope you are watching, whether you're watching live or the playback. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, hit the star. You'll click the video, hit the star. You can support the show. If you're watching on YouTube, it's the heart that says thanks. Please do so. I'm trying to figure all of this out. But remember, you are a star. Don't allow anyone to dim your shine, not even you. How about that? Be whole, be healthy, be well. This is Kendéll Lenice, the Remix Coach. God bless y'all. Peace. And don't forget to share this out. If this will bless somebody this month, please share this on your social media feeds. Please share this in someone's inbox. Please share this if you're in a relationship or you're trying to get in a relationship, and share this by text. All right, y'all. God bless y'all. Peace. Happy Black History Month.